Hi friends, welcome in this online class of Jijaऊ Jnantirtha Vidyalaya Parbhani. Today we have to see the general science of standard 6th. In this chapter we are in the second chapter. The name of the chapter is the living world. In this chapter we have seen the information about the living and non-living things, the characteristics of living things. In that characteristics, first is growth, second respiration, third excretion, responsiveness, reproduction, definite lifespan. All these characteristics we have studied in the last. Today we have to see the next characteristics of living thing, that is a cellular structure. This is the sixth characteristics of living things. So friend, we have to see the information about this topic. Observe a honeycomb and a wall. What are they made of? How and what they are made of? These two things. Before that, we have to observe carefully that is present on the screen. You may have seen the small compartments of honeycomb. These compartments are joined together to form a honeycomb. A wall has bricks. To construct a wall, we firmly join the bricks together. So friends, you may have seen the small compartments of a honeycomb. There is a small room-like structures we have seen in that honeycomb. In the wall, bricks are joined together. To construct a wall, we firmly join the bricks together, and with the help of that bricks we can construct a wall. So these are the most important things to understand the cellular structure of living things. It is the most important characteristics of living thing. A cellular structure. Living things are made of small unit called cells. Living things are made of a small unit, and that small unit we called it as a cell. From the division of this cell that converted into the multi-cells, and this is the process of formation of multicellular animals. All the actions and processes in the bodies of living thing are brought about with the help of all these microscopic cells. There are a number of activities are carried out in our body. Example, respiration, reproduction, digestion, all these excretion, all these processes are carried out with the help of a microscopic cell that are present in our body. See here, there is two unicellular animals. First one is the amoeba and second one is the paramecium. See, these are the unicellular animals. Friends, with the help of this we can understand the concept of unicellular animals. This is very microscopic. We can't see these animals with the help of naked eye. To observe these animals, we have to take help of microscope. These are the two unicellular animals. Another Euglena, Paramecium, amoeba, Euglena. Euglena is also a cellular animal. Okay, unicellular. Next, after that, Spirogyra. Spirogyra is a unicellular plant. Some living things are made up of single cell. These are called unicellular organisms. Amoeba and Paramecium are the examples of unicellular organism. On the other hand, the living things that are made of many cells are called multicellular organisms. The living things come together number of cells and forms a multicellular organism. It is called a multicellular animal or organism. The amoeba and some other microorganisms are unicellular, while man, cow, mouse, cockroach, elephant, banyan tree, the onion plant, pigeon, these are the multicellular organisms or animals. We can observe these, the pictures present on the screen. See here. All the characteristics of living things are seen in every cell of a living thing, whether it is unicellular or multicellular. See the friends, all the characteristics of living things are seen in every cell of a living thing, whether it is a unicellular or multicellular. In that unicellular or multicellular organism, there is a process of digestion, excretion, respiration, reproduction, all these processes observed. Cellular structure is the main characteristics of living things, even though the number of cells may vary. There is a variation in between the number of cells, and when there is a number of cells is a maximum, the shape of that organism or animal is big. Okay, so friends, okay, this is information about the characteristics of animal, a cellular structure. So friends, today we have to stop here. In the next lecture we have to take next topic. Okay, thank you.